Hello and welcome to Tier 1. We're here for the Breakout Racing League. It is the Belgian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, Mr. Rick James is not here tonight with some technical difficulties, but I know Rick will be back for the Italian Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. So tonight I am joined by my Tier 4 driver himself, Mr. Titan. Welcome.
Hey. Oh, and I'm getting weather report for the race, and it will be overcast, partly cloudy, and then wet at the end. So, have a mixed condition
Oh,
race. So we're going in, gonna have some very interesting race. So,
well, that's going to be quite interesting if that's going to be the case. If it's going to rain at the end. Do I have the right one up? No, I do not. There you go. It's on fitted. I see a bunch of sauce, except for Saxman, who's on the mediums. But, yeah, let me go for the points real quickly, and then we'll talk about this lovely circuit and our experiences from yesterday, which I know my co-commentator does not want to talk about, because an Xbox almost blowing up.
oh no, not blow up, catch fire to the entire house. There's a difference.
But let's just go for the points real quickly. Apologies that I do not have the points up at the moment. And yes, this is a New Zealand Ryan who has returned number 97, who is back here. And I am streaming on, but yes, I am streaming on Breakout Racing. I'm just making sure, because I did not know if I'll stream it on my own for a second. Yes, so New Zealand Ryan comes back on the grid, but let's go for the points. I do apologise, we do not have the points up, but they'll be back next 2 weeks' time because of the break week. So it's Perondi that is leading by 82 points over Hoopalicious. We have, 7 rounds to go, and the championship could be wrapped up very, very soon. Then we've got Bruno Will, who is not here tonight, and then Chandler Sater in 4th, who's also not here tonight. So that's going to allow guys like, well, Formula's not here either, so that's just thrown everything out the window. The only one that could possibly get some big points here tonight, who's in that back of that pack, is B-Dunk, who is 6th in the championship. Then we've got Alan in 7th, FinFan in 8th, then we've got Deer Hunter in 9th, Axe F1 is in P10, Juggernog P11, who's not here tonight as well. Then we got Katra P12, Mean Third in 13th, Tyler Clan 14th, Saxman, Warman, who got first points last week. Then we've got Fern, Sack, Edu, and of course Ryan at the back of the pack. And then Williams is dominating the constructors. So there you go. So there's the points. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, it's kind of hard to compete with Perondi when basically his average finish is the top step of the podium, besides 2 occasions where he finished 2nd. So, if anybody wants to challenge him, they need to make sure they knock him off the top 2 steps of basically the top 2 steps of the podium. And with the return of New Zealand Ryan, and we all know how fast he is, we may see Brondy's finishing average go down a little bit.
Be interesting to see, won't it, how Perondi's finish average will go towards the end of this season. And hello chat, I could see you all, you lovely people. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that will play out with Ryan and Perondi, if it will maybe even help Hoop get some points back. But as I've said to Rick the last few weeks, 82 points is just not where you want to be. As Axe is retired, there's his car right there.
That's a very out of place to
maybe just
retire.
Maybe just lost a little bit, went dead right, maybe, I don't know, as Ryan crosses the line and does a 41.7. Hoopalicious on top with a 42.9.
That's something I would do, not a tier 1 driver would do. So, yeah, man, just probably misjudged the corner, or tires weren't up to the temperature he wants to.
Yeah, it's all maybe invalidation, but you're not going to get frustrated with yourself like I did yesterday with 13 minutes to go. So, but Axe maybe want to start the back, maybe even, because who knows, starting the back maybe want to go, and I don't know what this camera angle is, chat. All right then. But Zach is now on a lap time right now. 1 minute, no, it's Catcher who's crossed the line, 42.42, and Saxman with a 40.0. I'd say we're going to see, as you said with that weather report, I think we're going to see a lot of drivers out there starting on the softs, I think.
Well, knowing most of these drivers can take softs and mediums super long, and if the wet tire conditions gonna pull out the
sorry, Zach has just gone off in the Haas. We saw a great camera angle of that. Weird place for him to do it. He's just gone for a spin. Really, out of turn 15, just gone.
Yeah.
And
and Catcher was off. Two at the end of the long straight as well. You missed her breaking point.
I mean, she probably wasn't really on a lap anyway, but still, mistakes can happen. And Zach does not improve. Well, he did go to 42.2. So 11 minutes to go here in the session, and Mingford has invalidated his lap time. Perondi's back in. So I don't know what Perondi's up to there. Andrew's on a invalidated lap time, so things are just getting better. But the thing is, we saw it yesterday with us. It's invalidation lap times can very well happen. Mistakes can very well happen. Time penalties can very well happen. It's one of these tracks where you've got to keep to those limits because mistakes can easily happen.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to get
it's
here, but you know, Belgium's definitely where you make one mistake and that's amplified through the entire track. Just because it's the longest track on the calendar. You make one mistake on turn 1 and you have to go through about. I'm just going off the top of my head because I don't know the correct numbers of corners here, but I'm guessing about 20 to 25 corners later you have to deal with either you overpower wheel spin out of the corner, or yeah, goodness gracious, or you just not turning in hard enough.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, and you know, I went through it yesterday. I think all drivers this week will go through it, but the best here in T1 are just going to be flying beautifully, and will know what they're doing. As Fern is about to finish off a lap time here in the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo driver at the moment, 17th in the championship, looking for some more points here tonight. And let's see where the Alfa Romeo can go. A little bit of a how do you do out of the corner, and goes P3. Best lap right now is a 40.9. I did write this down yesterday. The best lap we saw here last season was a 40.820 by New Zealand Ryan. So it'll be interesting to see if that time will be demolished here tonight. We'll just have to wait and see.
Something very curious. Pirani came out on mediums.
I was going to say.
With about 9 minutes to go.
Sorry for interrupting.
I'll go ahead.
I wonder if we're going to see guys go on mediums and maybe hope to go as long as they can till the rain. I just wonder.
Yeah, that could possibly be the strat, depending on how hard that rain is. Because if it's a torrential downpour, then mediums to that point is perfect. But if it's like a light sprinkle, and slicks are the same speed as wet tires, you're gonna look stupid.
Yeah, that's right. And we saw yesterday in T4 Broken Reptile took mediums from laps 5, 6. It was around about there, and the tyres went off at the end. So it's not like the hard tyres when you got a little bit more durability under your belt and you could go till really the end with no stop. But on the mediums, I mean, these guys are the best of the best. Now Zach is on X for me. That's not fantastic, but I think that's just he may have left the session again. But be that as it may. We'll stay on board here with Perondi and see how Perondi goes here on this medium run with 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go. The session has gone quick already. It's gone faster than anything. And Hoop's still on top of the moment, 1 minute in second. But yeah, as you said, I think it's going to be interesting to see 7 minutes to go, Perondi on these mediums. See if he can get a lap time that he's happy with. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing if he starts in the top 7 or top 6 on mediums, he's gonna be happy enough to where by lap 5 or 6, those medium tires will be faster than the softs, and you can gain up just positions off of pure pace. And New Zealand Ryan goes purple in sector 2.
Yes, Ryan's going to be the first one actually across the line, so we'll go with Ryan here and see where he will go in the racing point. 41.737 on top at in P4 at the moment, and he'll be hoping to see if he can get up near Hoopalicious here for the top step. Crosses the line, it's not, it's a 41.1. What does Perondi do? Does the 41.7, goes P5. So it'll be interesting to see if he will be happy with that or not. Very interesting. As Sack's trying to rejoin. Mengfern now finish off a lap time here right now. And let's see where the Renault driver can do. Alright out of the bus stop. Let's see, crosses the line and goes P7 with 42.339. So 5 minutes to go, Titan. I think it's going to be a story of what is Perondi going to do. And I think it's more going to be the fight between Hoop and Ryan for pole.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be entertaining for you and me. It makes our job a whole lot easier if these guys are tearing each other apart. Metaphorically, not literally. Just if they crash, it's not my fault, okay? Just saying that now. I'm not legally liable to any wrecks along the race just because I said it.
Well, my T3 commentator usually brings the curse of that every week, but Edu on a lap time now in the Red Bull. Edu down in 19th in the championship. We'll look for some points here tonight for Red Bull. His teammate is in P3 very nicely at the moment for Warman, actually in P3, doing a superb job in the Red Bull. As Edu now about to see what he can do to finish off this lap time.
Well, another story is will Perondi come to the pits? If he doesn't, he go in. Okay, no, he comes in the pit, so there is a possibility Perondi can go on softs and go back out.
It's going to be if he's happy with his time, is he comfortable being in the mid-pack or not? That's going to be what he's so relied on this season, being at the front row, and that's what he'd be looking for here tonight. Does he want to be in that mid-pack or doesn't he, is the question. Edu comes in as FinFan comes in as well, who's done 4. Don't hit that. Don't want to hit that wall on the left, ladies and gentlemen, because that can end disastrously. And Titan, I can't believe it. Every driver is in the pits.
Oh boy, this we're probably gonna get some Monza vibes here. Just everybody goes out at once. Everybody wants the slipstream of everybody. It's gonna be fun. Uh-oh.
So since I am lead commentator tonight, I always do prediction. Right now, who do you think's going to be the man on pole? Since everyone's pitted, I've got to ask you something. Who are you thinking for pole?
For pole, if Perondi goes out on softs, I'm definitely gonna put my money on him, just because those softs are only those mediums are about over a second slower than the softs over the whole entire track. So Perondi, if he doesn't get pole, he's definitely got to beat out New Zealand Ryan for that second spot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out in the end, really, between these guys. Sack in the Haas is the first one out here on tyres. Kadra out there, Saxman out there, Edu. It's really the guys and girls out in the back of the pack that have come out first. And now the heavy hitters are going to make their way out onto circuit. Perondi has Sauce selected. The question is, will he complete the lap? Will he continue on with it or not? That's going to be the one to look out for. As I'm going to go on board here with Saku. That's an interesting line coming from Puon. That's sorry, not Puon. God, it's an interesting line you want to take there. But I'm gonna. Who's the next one here? It's Saxman. Now I did this with Ritzy. I'm going to ask you a question right now. Do you want to do an onboard lap, Mr. Titan?
Aye, you can do an onboard lap for sure.
All right then. Well, that question's answered. But let me just get everything ready, chat. And we're going to go on board with Saxman for a lap around the Belgian Grand Prix. As who has not come out yet? Oh, it's just Finn and Alan. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Just ignore that. Let's go on board around the Belgian Grand Prix. Turn 1. This is where Turn 1, lap 1, look out. It's going to be everyone buying full position, no doubt about it. Getting your best run to come up here to the famous El Rouge and then through Radion. And that's where you want to get picture perfect. And Saxman will be looking for that right now. And pretty decent from the AlphaTauri driver. Doing pretty nicely at the moment. Now the Camel Straight. Strong long straight. This is where the passes, the DRS is going to be done here tonight. Purple first sector for Saxman. Could that mean much? We don't know. We know what this game's like, saying with spectator mode and purple sectors. And so we come through. Now Saxman looking pretty good at the moment. Coming up here now to the right, you don't want to go a little bit to the right because you can hit that wall and also get a warning for your troubles. And now, toughest part of the track right here. That's my opinion, toughest part of the track. And now we're coming up to 12, 13, 14. This is tough part of the circuit as well to get it right. And you want to get much momentum you can to get to through here. Because you can get someone on the areas, get momentum for the pass coming up through the last two corners. You can do it. You can definitely do it. And that's what we're going to look out for here tonight. Saxman now coming up to the end of his lap time now. Let's see where the AlphaTauri driver can do. Another passing opportunity right here. Locks up. But looking all right here at the moment for the AlphaTauri man. Let's see where he can go. It's a P6 for Saxman. And he goes, that's Fern who's gone.
Oh, and we have Fern has spun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fern spun. Alfa Romeo around. As now I'm trying to see who's going to be the next one here to cross the line. It's going to be Katra, but she's invalidated. So she'll be outside the top 10. Well. Thank you. Yes, Edu P4 as now Fern retires. Here comes Superlicious. Mean Fern will cross the line, but we'll stay with Superlicious here. Second in the championship. What can he do? Can he improve on his lap time over the advantage of New Zealand Ryan? Crosses the line now. It's a 40.5. Goes to the top. Topples last season pole lap. Ryan crosses the line. It's only a 41.0. Where's Perondi? 7/10 up.
This is going to be really close. Pardon?
He's come in.
So he's starting those mediums. So Perondi was probably going pole or bust there, and he saw that he couldn't get pole. So
B-Dunk slows down. He wants to start out. He wants to start on medium tyres. But to be fair, to an 82-point lead in the championship, you can afford something like this. Going an alternate strategy, I feel like you can afford to do that, especially with leading by 82 points.
Yeah, so Perondi knows how Lewis Hamilton feels on most drivers' championship at the end of the season, where he can do any strat he wants and he can probably still win the race.
There's the results. Hoopalicious on the top step. 0.495 over New Zealand. Ryan in second. Warman in third. Superb job by the Red Bulls, by the way. Third and fourth. Third and fifth. Perondi in sixth. Saxman, Meanfern, Sack, and B-Dunk in P10. Outside the top 10, I'd say they're going to start on mediums or possibly hards. Depends on when the rain will come and what the ferocity of the rain will be here at the Belgian Grand Prix, which we're moments away to get started on. As, I don't know what Broken Reptile's saying there in the chat. I'm just going to ignore that. It's cloudy.
So I was told partly cloudy, not doom and gloom cloudy.
Well, I'll tell you this. You're going to have an idea when this rain might come, what the outside the top 10 will do here. Because if the rain's not too far away, I'm sure they're going to be on the sauce, but it depends. We know in this game how the rain can be, Titan, and it could come at any moment. Even if it says 20 minutes, it could come at lap 3 even.
Oh, yes, and including when the rain starts to die down, the rain can go from full wets to enters in under a lap, as we've learned at Hungary. And I choose not to remember that race as well. Yeah,
there was a lot. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Looking at the drivers outside the top 10, FinFan goes for hard, so rain most likely near the end of the race, and Axe is on mediums. Everybody else is on softs. Yeah, so rain is only in the last tile of the race, or of the race director.
Ah.
What happens when you have the inside man?
Fuck me with tier 3. But, that's interesting, isn't it? That will play an interesting story in this one. And that will also play a part of what the soft tire runners will do. Because maybe if they're confident that the rain will come late, maybe not right at the end, if they think that the game might mess with them and might come, say, like 14, 15, they might pit on the mediums a little bit earlier to try to get a little advantage over Perondi. But for Perondi, if that rain comes late, that could cost him.
Yeah, and also if it comes early enough, you can... Most of these drivers on softs can stretch these softs until lap 7 or 8, go on softs again, and by lap 15 or 16, with rain coming down, they can switch to inners and be safe. But that all depends on the random rain. When will it start pouring down, and how heavy will it be?
As a former driver BRL says, Mitchie, I'm going to cancel you for no reason. Okay, then ordered. But 22 laps. It's going to be fascinating to see the strategy in this race. How these drivers are going to play things out. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how Warman and Edu go, because third and fourth is a superb job by them. You know, the McLarens have been on top of the tree throughout the season. One of them only here tonight, and that one is only 13, but starting on the hards. So it's going to be interesting, as I say again. Strategy is going to be a crucial thing here tonight. And when that rain comes, you're gonna have to rely on Jeff, unfortunately, which could sometimes mean could go badly wrong.
Yes, they update Jeff. Give us Jeffrey or Jeffina, somebody else, please. Somebody.
I still say that us spectator people need to see a weather report on spectator mode. 2021, please, Cody's, please. But
that's too convenient. That's too convenient.
Folks, we're about to get underway. It's Superlicious, Ryan, Warman, Edu, and Fern. That is your top 5. It's round 11. We are just 7 to go in the BRL Championship for Tier 1 for F1 2020. I'm waiting for the game to give me the best spectator view. We're about to get underway for the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa-Francorchamps. We're racing, and it looks like it's a good start. Actually, no, it's not. Hoop's not got off the line well at all. Ryan will come through to the lead. Will he? No, they'll go side by side. A Red Bull's come out of nowhere. Hoop has somehow hold on to that lead. I thought he was gone for all money. Hoopalicious leads the Belgian Grand Prix. Warman right behind us. Warman getting running for the lead. Ryan sits there behind. It is on between this top three at the moment. And here comes Warman. It's just not going to be enough. But Ryan could try to take the both of them. He's not going to be able to. Things stay steady between the top three. But wow, that was a wild start as now Alan and Sack go side by side, and Sack goes a little bit wide. But it's Hoopalicious that leads at the moment in time, and it was a wild start between that top three.
Oh, yeah, at the start, Brondi had a chance to get past Fern and EDU and backed out of it in turn one. So he's definitely playing the long game on those mediums right now.
Well, he has to. I think you've got to be patient. You can't really just look at this pack of five. I mean, look at them. You just got to stay in your own rhythm, and that's what you got to do, especially on that medium route, and maybe try to conserve those tyres depending on when the rain comes, as we said. But it's Hoop still leading, and Ryan there in third. There's the predicted strategy for these guys on the soft tyres, as it looks like Axe and Fitfan going at it behind. But
Wallman
yes,
looks like he has a run. Oh, is that,
oh wait,
Fern.
hold on.
Holy
Whoa, where has
Fern.
Fern come from?
What?
Okay. And we're speechless.
I don't know how to do that, but here comes Brondi coming around Fern after that humongous dive. Looks like New Zealand Ryan also loses a place to one of the Red Bulls. So Red Bull 2-3 right now, as the, okay, of course, the standings will go up right after it's done.
I apologise, chat, for that. I just... Fern came out of nowhere.
Like,
nowhere.
How are you supposed to commentate that is my question. It's like, Fern comes out of nowhere and you're just like, eh.
That's why I think Rick James is one of the GOATs, because he can hold his composure where I can't. I can't hold my composure when I see something like that. But, yes, we love you, Rick. But Hoopalicious still holding on to that lead. The two Red Bulls second and third right now, after Fern's moved there out of the last two corners, and Ryan's now back to fourth, and that might help Hoop get a little bit away from Wyman here at the moment.
Oh, here
but
comes Ryan on the inside.
Oh, it's close between the two.
Ryan goes wide, and it looks like he has go right back in there.
As Ryan now's going to maybe look here on Edu here. It's only lap 2. It feels like so much has happened already. Can Ryan, he's going to look for around the outside, and now he'll get the better run here. Uses that ERS and should get through. No. Thinks better of it for now, as Porondi is hunting these boys down. Sack's been doing a superb job in P6 as well, by the way. Shout out to the Sax man in P6 at the moment. Yeah. But look at the margin between Wyman and Edu, 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, who definitely pulling away with Wyman dealing with that dirty air, and Edu falling back to it with...
Oh! Apologies, something has gone down here with Katra, Axe. Something's went down here between these three at the moment. Don't know what went on there, but meanwhile, at the front, it's almost three wide. Porondi's now trying to get through on this fight as well. Up on the curb, will get this done on Edu, and goes through into P4. Porondi up in the fourth. Ryan gets the move done on Edu, and now Saxman might try to get this move done here on Edu as well and get into the top 5.
Yeah, so much for Porondi being patient. He's well, he is being patient, but he's being aggressive with Ryan. So every time Ryan makes a move, Perondi's right there to make it with him.
Yeah, that's right. He's always there. As Warman, little bit of a jitter there, but he's holding on at the moment. Ryan now gets under a second, and it's actually starting to get some blue sky in the air at the moment, so the rain's not going to be an issue for now. So Saxman and Endu, looks like this will be a fight here for P5 as well. And also B-Dunk as well, another one to watch on the medium
Oh,
tires.
here comes
He's down to P9.
Saxman goes for a dive and
whoa!
goes deep. Oof. Outbraked himself. Or half spun. New Zealand Ryan gets the fastest lap of the race so far. And we do have DRS, so this should make everything so much more interesting. And Catcher's in the pits.
As my phone tells me Catra's just gone live. I don't know why it's told me that. As Ryan now, of course, fastest lap of the race. And will now be closing in here on Warman for second. And he's gone away a second away from Perondi as well. So that'll hurt Perondi a little bit. But as we said, Perondi will be a factor very soon when those softs die down and die away from this Grand Prix. As Hoop's not exactly getting away from Warman at the moment. And Ryan looks like he's got the better pace here out of this top three and gets a time penalty. And that shows you how much this man has played F1 2020 lately.
Well, yeah, and especially at that corner, it's so easy to go wide because you want to put the power on so early. It just teases you with how easy it is to go wide, get that time penalty, and just keep on going. So, I did that last night, so I understand why you would do it. I
almost did, but I was too slow last night. But
you still got a podium out of it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, that's T4, but this is T1 here right now, and Ryan now is, I feel like, going to be hunting him down here if he gets this good run. For these next few corners, he will be on Warman. Lap 5 of this Grand Prix, and Fern is in. Fern, meanwhile, has a big moment coming out of the last corner. Alan, another one on the hard tyres. Alan and Finfan, and look at this, Saxman looks for the move on Alan. It's just not enough to get it done. But yeah, another one's to watch here as well as Finfan and Alan, and see what maybe gain they can get on staying on the hards as long as they will try to do. But look at this fight now for P7. Yeah.
Oh, this is going to get real interesting. Oh boy, 3 wide coming down. All coming down to the final turn. Yeah, the corner down the straight. Looks like Ackman is going to have the inside. And somehow Alon on the harder tire with less grip is going to come out up front, but Axe almost looked for the dive there coming into the corner. So Alon on the hard tire. Yeah. So you think the softs are...
Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking the softs are starting to wear off a lot faster than we thought they would. I thought they were going to last until 5 or 6 until they were slower than the harder compounds, as evidenced with Perondi now in the DRS train of the top 3.
Well, to be fair, we're T4 drivers, where these guys are T1 drivers. But
don't point out the obvious.
I like to point out the obvious. Yeah, you're right. You're seeing the meetings come through. And I was trying to say, was Alan on these hard tyres showing his pace? Alan, of course, 7th in the championship. The McLarens, I say, have been the best. Oh no, Warman's almost gone!
Whoa.
Oh my goodness me, Ryan is.
Oh, here comes
Perondi. To check up there. And Perondi's got them both! Oh my goodness me, Perondi's got them both. Excuse my squeaky voice, as Warman and Ryan are going to go side by side. Warman pulls out of it though, and Perondi says, thank you very much, the check's in the mail, and I'm coming through. But Ryan now's got DRS, and will come through here on Perondi for P2. This is allowing Hoop to get away at the moment, and Ryan goes through to second once again. Well, he hasn't been in second for quite a bit. It's Warman now is going to try to see if he can get on Perondi for P3. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan needs a new fire suit after what happened there. Uh, turn that pink racing point to a brown one. Just I've been in that position before, and that is like heart stopping. Just waiting for your front wing to show up red.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Saxman with a time penalty. We will check on the penalties a little bit later on in the race for you all. As Ryan now is pushing that gap away from Perondi, trying to get out of that second DRS advantage that Perondi has here at the moment. And we're now getting to the stage of where the mediums, you can get these mediums to the end. Sector 2, it's Fern, and that's a... No, I don't think he's got wing damage, actually. He may have slight, but,
yeah, brand new tires, probably not up to temperature. I would hopefully guess. And Wallman and Saxman are in. So definitely gonna be interesting what tires.
Softs. Now.
Question is, when will the rain come for Wallman? And Saxman goes mediums. He's hoping the rain comes soon. It goes to inners. Oof. See, now it gets interesting.
So, I'm thinking Jeff may have told them, might be telling them right now it's 15 minutes to rain, maybe. But, soft tyres around. I think the better bet you would have to go with the mediums. But who knows? I think we'll truly know when the top two come in, what is the rain, when the rain is coming. I think that's when we're going to truly know. But if the rain is not too far away, boy oh boy, that's going to help Perondi a lot in this one. But also B-Dunk, P5 here at the moment, trying to catch up to Edu here in this one. And
look at Alon and Finfan as well. Both are on the hards now, P6 and 7.
I think those two... I don't think they'll mind when the rain comes, to be honest. I don't think they'll mind. If they can just stay in their own rhythm and hope that the rain does come, it should be good. Hoop stays out. Ryan is in. So what's this going to be? I wonder.
It says mediums on the open strategy. Oh, it's mediums.
Yep, mediums on.
So rain a little bit later on, so Wallman looking to stretch those softs like they're mediums. It'll be interesting, and it looks like his teammate EDU also goes on the mediums.
Unless Wallman's trying to go an alternate and maybe get an advantage, but here in Spa, that's not really ideal. So, but we'll wait and see. Anything can happen. We're seeing this season throughout BRL. Some interesting strategies by everyone, and some of them have worked beautifully. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's 2.5 seconds between Hoop and Perondi. Lap 8 of 22, but time to tell you what, I'd say we're not going to see the rain for quite a bit, especially when it's pretty much just partly cloudy out there.
It looks like a nice hot day in Belgium right now. So tires are going to be hopefully in the right temperature. So we should see lap time starting to go down and racing being a lot easier to come along as Alan's slowly crawling his way towards B-Dunk on those mediums. That's going to be a possible fight soon. And with Taylor's also coming up on the back of Axe.
Yeah, Taylor's doing pretty well at the moment, as now Hoop should be in. Yes. Has he lost time to Ryan is the question that we'll be looking out for here at the moment. As Perondi goes, and Perondi now will be either hoping and praying for this rain to come at some point. Well, that's what he basically be hoping for, but he could still, to be honest, Perondi could still pit on those softs and probably get an advantage over Hoop and Ryan anyway, if he wanted to. Wyman with the fastest lap. As Hoop gets out ahead, Ryan has got traffic with Tyler Clan at the moment, and Hoop now separates him and Ryan, but Ryan has gained a lot of time on Hoopalicious though. He definitely has. DRS enabled. Look at this. Hoop's going to be a sitting duck here. Ryan could take the both of them. Game, please give me a better camera angle.
Wide.
Oh!
Ryan backs
And
out of
Ryan, yeah, Ryan backs out of that one. And apologies for not the great camera angle there, folks. It's just, this game sometimes. But Hoop now has to watch out at the back of his mirrors for New Zealand Ryan. And this will be a fascinating battle towards, really, the rain.
Yeah, and they're catching up the back-to-backs too, so this should, with XF1 up there, this is definitely going to make it harder for Hoop to get away from Ryan at all, if he has the pace on the mediums to do so.
Yeah, so as Tyler Clan gets a time penalty, Hoopalicious now on Axie. Hoop would love to get past Axie, no doubt about it. Separate one car from him and Ryan. Does Hoop look for it? Axe is a fighter, so Axe will definitely try to fight for this. No, he doesn't. Okay, well, my point has just been proven wrong. The former Tier 4 commentator. But Ryan now will see if he can go for this smoothie on Axe. Yes, he will. He'll get it done too easily. And now Ryan he will have that DRS on Hoop, but Hoop gets a little bit away from New Zealand Ryan. As third and second right now.
40% battery.
Oh, yes, thank you. I thought you were talking about the tyres. I was like, well, how do you know the tyres? But anyway, I wish. Hashtag game, please put that in 2021.
No, and are the soft, is the soft, or not the softs, the mediums of B-Dunk falling off right now because Alan looks really fast in those hards. In P3 within a second.
I say Alan, Rick says Alan. It's both, let's just say. But yeah, those hard runners, Alan and Finn, third and fourth, they're just going to be in their own race at the moment and just really just hoping to get into those points, really, and hope for a good result. As Ryan's actually gone 1.5 seconds out of Hoopalicious. Ryan's made a mistake somewhere, I think, because Axe is back on him. So Ryan may have made a mistake somewhere as Katra gets a time penalty. Yeah, don't know what happened there to Ryan. That's an interesting one. 1.5 seconds now the gap. That will give Hoop a bit of fresh air here at the moment, and that will help out. Meanwhile, Alan now is closing, as you said before, closing right on B-Dunk.
Yeah, and one person that's definitely not doing what he needs to do is Wahman in those softs. He needs to be the charging Red Bull of the early 2000 or near 2010, where they were pretty much unbeatable.
Alan goes through on B-Dunk, and Alan now through to second. Some clouds are starting to gloom over Spa-Francorchamps here for the Belgian Grand Prix. The clouds are starting to loom. Are we anticipating some rain as Ryan, 6 seconds now for the New Zealander here on his return to BRL. But yeah, Perondi now 10 laps. I tell you what, he's in the hot seat right now. So is Alan, and you could even say probably FinFan as well in P4 for maybe a good result, depending on when this rain comes.
Well, yeah, we're pretty much going to have all the weather patterns of the game. We went from really cloudy to bright, shiny day to possibly raining.
Excuse the scrolling chat as Wyman now is actually trying to close up here on XF1 for P7. We're at the halfway point for this Belgian Grand Prix, and the question of when's the rain coming, how will Perondi's tyres be at the end of all this, It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. No retirements as of yet as well, which is it's fascinating how we've not seen many retirements so far this weekend here at the Belgian Grand Prix across BRL. Usually this is a track where retirements can definitely happen, but the drivers have been doing superbly this weekend here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Unless your Xbox decides to start smoking fire like my co-commentator.
I didn't retire. I just had the AI drive for me for about 4 laps.
That's right. But here's Warman. DRS should get this move done. Goes to P7. 4 laps on those softs. He will be praying for that rain to come anytime soon. And Warman now P7 here in this Grand Prix. Fern gets another time penalty. And chat, here is the penalty so far for you. And quite a few up and down the field, except for really the top 5, except for Finfen, who's got a free seconder. So, at the moment, I don't know who's going to be the podium, because I don't know who's even going to win this race, because again, we don't know when the rain will come.
well, now it just looks like it's getting even more or sunnier out right now, so there could possibly be no rain, and we could just be duped. All we know.
Here's the thing: we know that this game is. It could very well turn to cloudy, but the rain won't come yet, or it could just come over and rain. We don't know. That's what we'll have to wait and see, and that's what Pironi will not be hoping for. He'll be hoping for the rain just to bucket down, as will these top as will B-Dunk. Finfan and Alan are probably hoping for it to go as long as it can, because they're going on the hards. They'll be fine to the end. Pirondi, B-Dunk, question marks though.
Well, yeah. Ideally, they want the rain to come in with the next 3 to 4 laps, right when those mediums start to jump off that cliff of performance.
I tell you what, it's really starting to cloud over now. So we'll be sure, chat, to keep an eye on when those drops fall in this Grand Prix at the moment. Warman is catching Ryan at the moment, so those softs still have a little bit of advantage under them at the moment. So the Red Bull will be just praying for this rain to arrive in any moment. But I tell you what, lap 13 of 22 at the moment. Pirondi, who is looking for, I believe, 8th win of the season, could very well get it done, could even gain more points, and Ryan gets another time penalty. Too busy thinking about iRacing. Sorry, Chad. I have to get a jab into him sometimes. No, I've known this man for a while.
To the pits.
Yes. Well, I did say this before, Titan. I did say this. He could still go on the soft tyres if he doesn't think it's enough. He could still go on the soft tyres from here. He could very well. It's only going to be the hard runners that are going to go as long as they can. So, will this be soft? Surely it will be. Yes, it is. So, Pirondi's in. He's out. He is going to be in P8. No, yes, P8. So, Pirondi's going to be one to watch here.
Yeah, so now if the rain starts coming out now, that's pretty much a wasted pit stop for Pirondi. So, and Hoop is now getting around Finfan.
It's about 6 seconds between Hoop and Pirondi, as now Pirondi looks for the move here on Axe. Gets it done. So Pirondi now is going to be the one to watch here coming through the field. And it'll be interesting to see how much time he could possibly gain here on Hoop here at the moment. And he'll gain a lot of time here on Warman and Ryan as well. So Alan right now, 2.6 seconds. The gap between him and Hoop, as I've selected the wrong thing, is 4.5 seconds. A podium could still happen here for the McLaren. But again, as we said, Titan, when's this rain going to come?
Wait, I'm just constantly looking at everybody's halo at different points of the track, seeing if it's going to rain on only one side of the track and not the other.
As Perondi now closing here on Warman. It's raining! It's raining! I'm sorry
There's on the halo,
but it's raining.
It's on the hail. Here we go, boys.
And Alan right now will be he'll be dancing through the streets right now, and so will FinFan, because that McLaren could be in the hot seat for the win. Who does the fastest lap of the race, though? This is going to be, as Perondi looks for the move here on Warman. How many we've got to go? We've got about 8 laps to go, 7 to go. You got to stay tuned for this one, because I'll tell you this right now, this is going to be a hell of a finish. This is going to be a hell of a finish.
Hoop's now getting a move on. He sees the rain. He knows he's got to make a position. He's now with. I'm waiting for the 3.5 seconds behind. So this may be the final lap of DRS in such a long track.
Well, it depends how heavy this rain's going to come. That's going to be the question. How heavy is this rain going to be? It could just be a damp shower for now, where it doesn't affect the track enough for inters. But it could be a torrential downpour. We don't know yet. It's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. 3.1 seconds between Hoop and Alan here at the moment. This group of Ryan and Perondi are catching FinFan here for P4. So it's absolutely game on here at the moment with this rain coming down. And Warman, by the way, P7, he'll be glad this rain has come, because how many laps has he done on those tyres? He's done 7 laps on those softs.
So he pretty much played that soft to perfection. So will Alon come to the pits? No, he stays out.
I think Alan right now, what he has to do is, Ryan is all over the back of FinFan here. It's going to be interesting what he does, because he's going to be the one that could be the first to blink out of all these guys, but they'll be waiting for when DRS gets disabled. Oh.
The rain does not look hard enough to affect the track, but...
And Hoop's not gaining much on Alan at the moment, so this is going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Perondi's right on Ryan here. He could get the both of them here, Perondi. He could very well get the both of them. Ryan gets through. It was almost free ride. Perondi looks on Ryan. Goes for the move. Gets it done. Oh, and Ryan. That was close with him and FinFan. But Ryan lets Perondi through. Perondi through to P4. And now they've got B-Dunk up ahead. Is still out there on those mediums. And he's been on those mediums 15 laps.
First one to blink for intermediates is Katra in P14. She will be the first one. Be the first out. So
that.
Well, yeah.
Katra's usually the one who goes for the early alternate run. See how she goes, and see if things come into her way. You never know. We'll have to wait and see. As Perondi now is all over B-Dunk here. This is going to be such a fascinating. Oh my God! If the safety car comes out, I'm going to lose my mind, because Warman's around. That's a shame. Is that... Okay, it's not a tyre down, he's just spun. Maybe the rain's starting to become a factor. Perondi's down through on B-Dunk.
Hoop stays out. DRS is still enabled. And it does not look like Katra's gaining any time on those intermediates at all on Zach.
This is going to be fascinating. 2.4 seconds down between Hoopalicious and Alan. So the McLaren could maybe still get the win. We'll have to wait and see. Lap 17 or 22. Ryan now closing in on B-Dunk for P4. Oh, that's a penalty for Ryan. I think B-Dunk may have got a warning himself, as Ryan now goes through to 4th and says, how do you do?
Is Ryan struggling with tire temperature right now? With him...
Possibly.
Yeah, Taylor Klein also goes on intermediates.
2.2 between Alan and Hoopalicious. Perondi and Hoop, it's 3.1. The rain is coming down. 17 of 22. 2 more laps, and then for a possible safety car to happen. Sector 3, it's Katra around on those inters.
No, Inner's definitely not the tire right now. And it's slowly falling to the lap of Pirani on the softs.
I think Alon's starting to really struggle on these hards. It's 1.2 between him and Hoop right now. Pirondi's only 2. Pirondi's slowly but surely gaining. And look at this now. Warman actually didn't get damage from that spin. Actually, Endu, I think, had a moment or something because Saxman's now right on Endu here at the moment. Finfin doing pretty well in piece.
Alan blinks. He's going to the pits. Hoop just stays out. And so does Pirandi. So, and Katra has retired.
Katra's out. If that's a safety car, oh that's my Alan's... goodness. As we say, oh my god! Oh my god! Not chat.
Hoop.
Oh my god. I am speechless.
That brings everybody up. I'm going to bring in a NASCAR term here. Green, white, checker, here we come. Ooh.
Wow.
The question is, where does Alan come out of? Because that came out right when he entered in.
Yeah, the one thing about this is that Hoop and Pirondi and Ryan and B-Dunk did not get caught out by the safety car and hasn't slowed them down. But it's going to be all about what do they want to do? Do these drivers here think it's this time? Do they think it's still dry enough for dries? But see, the thing is right now is that we're going to have at least 2 safety car laps here. 2 safety car laps. It's going to be so interesting to see if someone here goes for the risk, because I think it's close. I think it's close between the dry and Inter, but I think the Inter is starting to become the tyre.
Yeah, right now, if you're not on the Inters, you want to be on those softs, and I'm watching Pirandi go around the track. Does not look like he's having a fun time to go around it on the pace lap. So I would
this is gonna be interesting.
They come in.
This is going to be interesting. I'd say they will come in because you can just tell on your screen right now, folks. It's coming down. Hoop's in. Pirondi is in. Ryan, yeah, they surely all be in. This rain is starting to come down now. Literally, once that safety car's come out, this rain has just started to come down here at Spa. And there's Alan.
Hey, can we give it up for B-Dunk going 17 laps on those softs or mediums?
And Alan takes the lead back. Wowza. Does anyone else gain a little bit? FinFed might gain a couple of positions here, maybe. Could get Ryan. No,
he
does
could
not,
get B-Dunk.
P5. He gets B-Dunk. So P5 right now for FinFed. And now the top 3, the only 3 that don't have penalties, except for Sack, who's not in the race, in the lobby right now, don't have penalties. We're going to have a 3-lap finish to the end for this Grand Prix.
Are we going to have another 3-wide incident?
Oh. Stop. Stop. Oh, don't get me too excited. Well, I tell you what, that safety car is just... Alana's just faked his lucky stars. But to be honest, I feel like... even if that safety car didn't come out, I feel like he probably would have still been out ahead anyway. He might have had a little bit of advantage on those inters when he came out, compared to when the rest of them pitted.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Katra pitted like a lap or two too early, though.
Yep.
Let tires overheated. And
so chat, there is the penalties. FinFen right now could be on for a P4. I'm sure that's going to be his best result of the season so far. Axe could be on for a good result as well. Look out for Warman. And this mid-pack could get tasty. Tyler Cled hasn't caught up yet, so we could maybe go another lap. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case. And, yeah, we're going to go another lap. So it's going to be a 2-lap dash to the finish. Oh.
Okay. Question is, can our hearts take it? Is the real question. And if they can handle it, can we handle it?
I don't know.
Answer's probably we can't. It's probably no. Probably we can't handle it.
Well, chat, sell yourself in. But, sorry for that. We're going to have 2-lap dash to the finish here for the Belgian Grand Prix. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be on.
Yeah, while we go around, hopefully the final time around the track under safety car. Who do you think, Mitchie, out of the top 3 is going to come out with the win? You think Alan hangs on to it?
Well, the thing about Alan right now is he has to make sure he's still leading coming up to the corner at the end of this straight. Because if Hoop and Prodi go by him, I think he's got no chance. But if he can hold on the first lap after the safety car, I think he's got a real chance to win this. But for Hoop and Perondi right now doesn't really need to attack Hoop, but if Perondi's confident with his pace, he will. But it's going to be fascinating to see how it all plays out. Where does Ryan play in all to this? He's got 12 seconds worth of penalties, as we got 2 to go, Titan. And also the mid-pack as well will be one to watch. A bunch of them around 3 and 6 seconds, so they're pretty much all on similar penalties. So it's all to play for in the mid-pack as well. So this is going to be fascinating to watch in this Grand Prix. On Fern's around.
That's Fern, no front wing. Both end plates are gone on Fern's car.
That's a shame for the Alfa Romeo. And chat, strap yourself in, lock it down, get that seatbelt on, because we're about to go for an absolute interesting fight to the end. This top 3, Alan, Alan, Hoopalicious, Perondi, Ryan, Finfan in the top 5. Here we go. Time.
Don't let us down, boys.
Alan right now, of course, McLaren second in the Constructors right now. But it's only one McLaren, one Williams at the moment, here to 9. If Alan can win, it could shorten that margin down between McLaren and Williams in the Constructors' Championship. 2 to go between 3 drivers. It's the same for it's usually been, or it's usually one of the McLarens every season, every race. Every season, I don't know why I said that. Hoopalicious, Alan, Peroni, here we go. Finn doesn't look like he got off to a good jump behind on that safety car.
Peroni got a really good start.
Oh, look at that. Peroni looking for his moment to get past Hoop here. Hoop struggles a little bit coming out turn 1. Peroni will look. This will help Alan to get away here. Alan will be praying that Hoop holds him up, but Peroni doesn't get... Ryan is now on him. This could line things up if Ryan goes for the move here on Perondi. Look at Hoop gaining that margin on Alan at the moment. Ryan sits back. And it's on. This top 4. The McLaren still leads. Hoopalicious second, Perondi third. And Ryan now sitting behind this pack as well. It's all going on in the mid-pack as well. They're all bunched up here at the moment, but we're keeping our eyes on this fight for the win. For Hoop. We've seen Hoop struggle a little bit in the rain this season, but Perondi now's trying to get this move done, because if he can get this move done, he can try and hunt down the McLaren for the win. Ryan there behind, watching with a keenful eye. He's probably just sitting there with popcorn, ready to see what goes down here. Time we're almost a lap to go. Alan's got a second margin.
Yeah, Hoop has one more chance, or pretty much 2 chances left to get past Alan in any normal way around this track, besides trying to force it around anywhere else. And it just gap keeps getting bigger and bigger.
1.2
here
seconds.
comes Perondi.
This is helping them. Goes for it. Round the outside. Hoop, does he fight for it? He does. Oh, bit of contact between the two. Ryan will say thank you very much. No, he will not. And Hoop will sit here for P3. He'll watch full keenful eye of Ryan behind him. And Hoop's fine this. He's going to try to go around the outside of turn 1. Can he get it done? No, he can't. He just can't get it done. And Hoop now has to settle for third. And it's 1.6 for Alan. The McLaren could win this. He just doesn't want to make a mistake. Perondi's almost had it. Hoop's going to go for the move on him. Here for second. This will be important for his championship. I think he may have touched him a little bit there. I don't know. Looks for around the outside. Wow, Hoop
Some NASCAR racing here.
Perondi. And Ryan now looks for it. Here on Perondi, but Perondi sits back in P3. Wow, that was intense between the two championship protagonists. Hoopalicious will try to get some points back on him here. Even though it's only 2 points in the championship, gaining points on your championship rival still important in the end. What's going on in the mid-pack? B-Dub trying to catch up to FinFan, who's clawing down for a P4. Smacksman and Warman, they're all here battling out. But at the front, it looks like it's going to be Alan 218. I like to call him Alan. It's Alan, whatever you want to call it. He's going to win this Grand Prix unless a commentator's curse happens, which I gotta hope not. And this will help McLaren in the constructors, no doubt about it. Perondi will see. He's not even using ERS. Is he going to try it again? Is it going to be enough? He will try. It's not going to be enough. But at the front, Alan 218, McLaren on the top step for the Belgian Grand Prix. Gets it done here in T1. Hoop second, Perondi third. Ryan goes down to 6th. FinFan 7th. Sorry, FinFan 4th. Axe 5th. Well, not Axe, P5. B-Duck, mean third. Right. The driver that's not in the lobby at all gets P8, Saxman P9, Edu P10, and Ryan on his return, not even in the points. I'll agree with that one.
I'm pretty sure Perondi started outside the top 10 in the beginning. Or not Perondi, Alan.
Yeah, he did. He did. He was on those. That hard strategy helped him out so much, and FinFan as well in peak 4. My goodness me. We'll get first and second here very shortly, folks. But wow. That was something. If the Mexican driver wants to join, we'll try to at least get one drive here, even if Hoop wants to join us. If not, that's okay. We'll just wrap up the stream. But, I don't know what to say. What a race, Titan. What a race.
Oh, yeah. Oh my. Yeah, we were promised mixed conditions, and we got mixed conditions. Now we just wait on our... No, did Alan start last? Alan did not start last. He started P13.
I don't think Alan will join. I'll see if Hoop wants to join. If he doesn't, that's okay. We'll just wrap up the stream. But there's the results for you. Hoop with the fastest lap as well. So an extra point for him in the championship as well. Gets him points over as in this one. Hoop will join us now. And we'll just get it over the road. Hoop P2 in a spectacular finish in the end there. The rains just caused so much at the end of that race, and still managed to get P2 in the end there, and that intense battle in the end between you and Perondi.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting end, but also unfortunate because I had the worst strategy as Alan started on the hard tire and was able to do the one stop to the into the inter tire, and then Pirani qualified on the medium in qualifying, which was unexpected. I should have done that, but I didn't think everyone would sandbag that much. But yeah, I'll take that, but not very happy because I actually needed to win that race, but whatever.
Yeah, I think a few drivers will probably say the luck did. The rain probably cost them. Safety car probably cost them. A few things happen. I think it's just one of those races where a group of people have their luck in good races and a group of people won't have their best race. So it's just one of those races really with the rain causing it. But still P2 in the end, and you do finish ahead of Perondi. As you did say last week, you did want to finish ahead of Perondi, but it wasn't for the win though. But
Yeah.
still, you still finish ahead. It's still P2, but I know deep down you wanted to win that. But still, Monza in 2 weeks because of break week. What are you thinking about Monza?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty quick there. I think the next few tracks I'm actually pretty good at, so hopefully I can at least get some luck, and maybe I can grab some wins, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely right. But thank you, Hoop, for joining me in the podium, and Titan as well. But Titan, what a race that was.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that your voice didn't give out near the end, and yeah, and no heart attacks suffered today. Just that's on to Monza.
That's right. Thank you for joining me. We may have had a few hiccup moments, folks, but this is our first time commentating, and I think we did beautifully. Me and Todd did beautifully, and who knows, maybe in the future we may be together again. Thank you, sir, for joining me once again, my T4 rival.
Ah yes.
But folks, we're not done. T5 and T6, as I said yesterday, be sure to tune into those races on Monday. We're seeing how wild T5 and T6 have been this season. Be sure to tune in for the Belgian Grand Prix with, I think, Port and Vetter for T5 and Leclerc and Finn for 6. And then we've got a break. I can't speak English. A week break for BRL, and then we're off to the Italian Grand Prix. It's Monza. It's going to be... You thought Belgium was wild. Wait for Monza for all the 6 tiers. And then, of course, the wildness of Realistic and F2 for Thursday. I don't have the date on with me, but all you need to know is in 2 weeks' time. Thank you all for joining me in Titan. We had about 53 people in at one point. I don't know if that includes bots, but still, 53 people in. Thank you very much. The legend, Sir Rick James, will be back in 2 weeks with myself. The legend will be back with his beautiful voice. And look forward to that one. We have 6 to go. It's a good night for now. And a good afternoon to everyone in Australia and New Zealand. Goodbye.